Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts, a lingering sense of dissatisfaction or unease persists? In this video, we'll explore 3 common anti-Stoic habits that might be undermining your sense of fulfillment and well-being. Join me on a journey to uncover these detrimental tendencies and discover how removing them can pave the way for a more stoic and harmonious life. Stay tuned for part 2 with other 3 anti-Stoic things we should remove, and let's dive in. Number 1. Excessive materialism. Excessive materialism refers to an undue emphasis on acquiring and possessing material possessions as a source of happiness or fulfillment. It manifests in the relentless pursuit of wealth, luxury goods, and status symbols. Examples include constantly chasing the latest gadgets, accumulating more possessions than necessary, and measuring one's worth solely based on external, tangible assets. Stoicism, an ancient philosophical school of thought, challenges the conventional idea that material wealth leads to lasting happiness. Stoics argue that true contentment comes from cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, rather than relying on external possessions. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Stoicism encourages detachment from material goods and emphasizes the impermanence of external wealth. The Stoic perspective views possessions as indifferent to one's moral character and advocates for focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Here are some practical tips for you. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a habit of gratitude for what you have rather than fixating on what you lack. Regularly reflect on the non-material aspects of your life that bring joy and fulfillment. Mindful consumption. Before making a purchase, ask yourself if it aligns with your values and if it genuinely contributes to your well-being. Avoid impulsive buying and consider the long-term impact of your purchases. Simplify your life. Declutter your living space and reassess your belongings. Simplifying your surroundings can lead to a clearer mindset and reduce the temptation of accumulating unnecessary possessions. Focus on experiences. Shift your focus from owning things to experiencing life. Invest time and resources in activities, relationships, and personal growth, rather than material accumulation. Set meaningful goals instead of materialistic goals. Set objectives that align with your values and personal development. This could involve career achievements, learning new skills, or contributing to your community. If you start practicing at least one of the discussed practices, you will feel improvement in all aspects of your life. Let's make a deal. I will start focusing more on the 3rd piece of advice because I feel I haven't benefited enough from it. Choose one for yourself, and let's see who sticks to it more consistently. Number 2, the fear of failure. The fear of failure is a pervasive obstacle that can hinder personal growth and success. It often leads to avoidance of challenges, taking fewer risks, and even giving up on goals prematurely. This fear can be paralyzing, preventing individuals from fully realizing their potential and experiencing the valuable lessons that come with setbacks. Stoicism offers profound insights into dealing with the fear of failure. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. They believe that setbacks are not inherently negative, but rather a natural part of the human experience. Epictetus, for instance, said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Stoicism encourages individuals to shift their perspective on failure, seeing it not as a reflection of personal worth, but as a chance to learn, adapt, and become more resilient. By embracing challenges, Stoics argue, one can develop a mindset that is better equipped to navigate the complexities of life. So, this is the best advice I can give you. Take action. You might not succeed every time, but keep this in mind. Every time you feel that fear before doing something, think about this advice and visualize what happens if you don't take action. Do you really want to feel like a loser for the rest of the day? Just keep that in mind every time, and eventually, you'll take action. When that happens, it creates a snowball effect. And keep acting in the face of fear whenever you get the chance. Number 3, seeking external validation. Constantly seeking external validation can lead to a myriad of negative consequences. Dependency on others' approval for one's self-worth can result in anxiety, insecurity, and a perpetual cycle of seeking validation without finding lasting satisfaction. It often hinders authentic self-expression and can lead to decision-making based on external expectations rather than one's own values and principles. Epictetus and Seneca, prominent Stoic philosophers, were staunch advocates for the internalization of self-worth. Epictetus highlighted the power of cultivating inner virtues. He emphasized that while external events may be beyond our control, our reactions and judgments are within our grasp. By focusing on developing virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, individuals can establish a foundation for a resilient and self-sufficient sense of worth. Seneca, a statesman and advisor to Emperor Nero, delved into the concept of time and the importance of not squandering it on the pursuit of external validations. His observation, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it," underscores the Stoic perspective on the preciousness of time and the need to invest it wisely in cultivating one's character. Stoicism encourages a profound shift from the external to the internal. Instead of measuring one's value by societal standards or the opinions of others, Stoics argue for an inward journey, focusing on the alignment of actions with virtues. Wisdom, seen as the highest virtue in Stoicism, involves making sound judgments and decisions based on rationality and understanding. Integrity, another key virtue, emphasizes living in accordance with one's principles and moral values. By maintaining integrity in the face of external pressures, individuals forge a sense of authenticity that serves as a robust foundation for self-validation. Courage, the Stoic virtue associated with facing challenges and fears, plays a pivotal role in finding validation within oneself. By confronting external opinions and societal expectations with courage, individuals can liberate themselves from the need for constant approval. In essence, Stoicism provides a profound roadmap for cultivating inner qualities that lead to enduring self-validation. By adopting the Stoic principles of wisdom, integrity, and courage, individuals can navigate the complexities of life with a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the ephemeral nature of external praise. Now let's see some practical tips. Reflect on core values. Identify your core values and principles. Regularly reflect on whether your actions align with these values, rather than seeking validation based on societal expectations. Set intrinsic goals. Shift your focus from external achievements to intrinsic goals that bring personal fulfillment. This could involve personal growth, building meaningful relationships, or contributing to a cause you believe in. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. Embrace imperfections and mistakes as opportunities for growth, rather than sources of shame. Limit social media. Be mindful of the impact of social media on your self-esteem. Limit exposure to platforms that foster comparison and highlight curated, external validations. Seek feedback for growth, not approval. When seeking feedback, focus on constructive criticism that contributes to personal and professional growth rather than seeking approval. Use feedback as a tool for improvement rather than validation. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful in even the slightest way, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. In each video I create, I emphasize actionable steps, because that's how I've improved my own life, learning, testing, and implementing what works for me. So, remember to practice something from today's video, and keep an eye on the channel because I'll be discussing 3 more anti-Stoic things that you definitely want to avoid. Stay tuned.